I want to thank everybody for being here today. Special thanks to Governor Ritter. Got a lot of stuff here to read. Just let you know I will be reading it. This is, I thought this was going to be a lot easier. Growing up, and the older you get, you're going to face this moment one day. And there comes a time when every athlete has to decide when it's time to move on. And I've decided that for myself after having the privilege of playing for 20 years. I'm leaving the game of hockey. I'm leaving the game of hockey with nothing but great memories and a sense of accomplishment. When you look back to your youth, childhood years, there's not much you remember. But when you're a young child, how much will you remember when you're a young child? But the one big memory I have is when I was 4 years old, going to my first Vancouver Canuck hockey game at the age of 4. I think I already said that. They were playing the Atlanta Flames, and I remember sitting up in the nosebleeds. And I knew then that I wanted to be a hockey player. It's all I ever wanted to do after that, and I dreamed of becoming a hockey player. And I thank God for blessing me with the skill and the ability to achieve my goals, becoming an NHL hockey player. As a kid growing up in Vancouver, as all kids do, or most kids do in Canada, we played hockey, and we played a lot of it. We weren't playing hockey, we were out in the streets with our nets, or at the schools. Whatever we were doing, we were playing street hockey. We were pretending we were favorite players, pretending we were in Game 7, winning the Stanley Cup. That's all we ever wanted to do. When I look back, it didn't take long to go by. And one day you're playing minor hockey with all your buddies, and the next you're off to Swift Current to play junior hockey. And then the following summer is when it all began, my dream. 1987, sitting in Joe Louis Arena, and you hear the Quebec Nordiques announce that they've selected you to the first round. That was an amazing feeling. You go back there, I can't thank Marcel Lebeau and the Quebec Nordiques enough. They believed in me and gave me the chance to play in NHL. And the following year, you realize you've made it when you played your first game. I was in Hartford. And then 2 nights later, scoring your first goal, Coliseum, your home opener, against New Jersey. Although the first few years were tough at times, the decision to rebuild with draft picks and young players is what the team needed to do, leading us in the right direction, getting to the Stanley Cup. And I truly believe by doing that back then, it got us to our goal. And though, like I said, it was tough at the time, it sure did pay off at the end. And I really want to thank the fans in Quebec for their support. It's just a great, unbelievable place to start your career. Even though we were rebuilding, the Coliseum was always packed, and the atmosphere was unbelievable. And I'm glad we were able to turn around in a few good years before we moved. This brings me to Pierre Lacroix. Still remember that first conversation with him after he was named the new GM of the Nordiques. The first thing he said to me was, or one of the first things he said to me was, "Joe, I didn't leave this business to lose." He became general manager for one reason, and that was to win. And anybody that knows Pierre, when he has his mind set on something, he usually gets it done. And after that phone call, I had no doubt in my mind that we were going to be successful. Pierre's had a great influence on my career with his vision and his commitment to winning. He was instrumental in putting together a great team for so many years. And what I like most, if there was something to get done, something to do to try and help us get over the top, he wouldn't think twice to do it. And we have 2 Stanley Cups. I can attest to that. I also want to thank our ownership, First Charlie Lions and Comsat. They believed in hockey and brought it back here to Denver. We've been here for 14 years now. It's just been a great place to live, play, and raise your family. And mostly I'd like to thank Stan Kroenke for being such a great owner. All any player could ever ask for is a chance to win. And as captain of this team, sure did appreciate him keeping the core of our team together for so many years. Sincerely appreciate his commitment to this franchise. And again, him, Mr. Kroenke, whenever there was a chance at the end to get that important player, he always gave the go-ahead to give us a shot at winning. Really appreciate that. Hockey has given me everything. Most importantly, it brought me to Swift Current, where I met my wife, Deb. Sorry. She's been with me every step of the way. I can't thank her enough for her love and her support. Couldn't have gotten this far without her. For 8 to 9 months out of every year, when I was traveling and playing, she was taking care of everything else. And with 3 kids, as any parent knows, it can be pretty busy. And she's been the perfect wife and mom, and I love her for that. And my 3 kids here, Mitchell, Chase, and Cameron. It's one of the perks of playing until you're 40, is you're pretty blessed to play in front of your kids for so many years. And not everyone has the chance to do that. And I've missed a lot of their activities. And now I'm excited for the next chapter. And it's my turn to stay home, take them to and from their activities, and just watch them. I love you guys. I'd like to thank my parents back in Vancouver. It's a sacrifice and a commitment to have your kids play sports. And now that I'm a parent, you really realize what they've done. Especially when there were 3 of us. I don't remember ever my brother, sister, or I don't ever think we missed a practice or a game in anything. They've always allowed me to fulfill my dream, and I thank them for that. My agent, Don Baisley. I met Don when I was 17, thinking I knew everything about hockey. Really believed that at that time. And then I soon realized there was a lot I needed to learn, and I often relied on his guidance and professionalism. I thank him for being a good friend and a confidant, and leading me in the right direction. He's always looking after my best interests. Thanks, Don. I'd also like to recognize and thank the media. You're a big part of this game, and you always treated me and my family with respect, for which I'm thankful for. Hopefully after this you won't call me Coldest Joe anymore. And to our fans, just want to thank you so much for the tremendous support you've shown for our team and for me personally. Right from the first day we got here, you made McNichols Arena and the Pepsi Center a very special place to play. Your loyalty throughout the years were unbelievable, with sellout after sellout. And you really made this place just an amazing place to be. And I know this franchise is all about winning, and they're taking the right steps towards getting back to the top again. And I know firsthand that's the best way to bring that cup back. It happened with us in Quebec, and it paid off at the end. You won't regret it. To all of my teammates, coaches, and trainers, this has been an unbelievable 20 years. And I can't say enough about the contribution that all of you have had on my career. The friendships that I've made will never be forgotten. I know I'll miss this game of hockey. I know that'll pretty well. But not as much as I'm going to miss going to the rink every day. The flights, the dinners, the laughs. You can only get that being around the guys. And it's a special thing to be a part of. I don't believe you can get that anywhere else but a hockey room. I thank you guys. And there's one more person I'd really like to thank. He was probably the first person I met and shook hands with when I got drafted by the Nordiques. Jean Martineau. You're a great help to me throughout my career, and I thank you for being a great friend.
Thank you.
I'd also like to thank Charlotte Graham. She was right from when we came here, she was always a big help to me and my family as well. And finally, so many great memories from leaving this game with all those memories. As a kid, you dream of playing in the NHL, winning the Stanley Cup, playing against your boyhood idols and with them. To lift that Stanley Cup for the first time was a great thrill. Winning Game 7 here in Denver, pretty amazing. And getting a chance to bring that Stanley Cup home for my family and friends to share. I think really believe that they had a lot more fun with that than I did. And to get a chance to represent your country. Putting on the Canadian jersey, what an honor, what a thrill. It started back in 1988, the World Juniors, and the World Championships and World Cup. And to top it off, 3 Olympics, and winning gold in Salt Lake City. Just an amazing thing I'll always cherish. All those memories. Thank you again.